Passive income is the ability to make money pretty much while you sleep. Sounds like a dream, right? Well, there's a few different ways that you can actually achieve this. But first, let's figure out exactly what is passive income. Now, passive income is defined differently by different types of people. For the most part, a general consensus is whatever business that you decide to make into a passive income source, that business is going to be self-sustaining and self-running. So pretty much you're going to be making money while you sleep without having to do anything. Now, some people think that you're going to set up your business and let it do its thing and it's just going to keep bringing you money, while other people say that you're going to set up your business and every once in a while you're going to check back into it to just make any necessary adjustments and make any necessary updates and just make sure that everything is running smoothly and as it should, and for the most part that your business is still running. A lot of people think that passive income means no work required. Now, that is 100% not true. You always need to put in some sort of work, especially at the beginning. Most of the hard work when it comes to setting up a passive income source is going to be done at the beginning. Anything you do afterwards is going to be something passive, something that you actually get into and jump out really quick. You know, maybe just signing onto your website and making sure everything is running smoothly, and then just checking back every week or every month or so. Passive income does not mean no work required. Now, with that being said, in this video, I'm going to give you 5 different sources for passive income that you can set up today to start making some money while you sleep. Now, to make things a bit easier for you so that way you can choose which one is right for you, I'm actually going to have a scoring system. So we're going to have 2 different types of scores. We're going to have an ease to start score and a profitability score. So these scores are going to be based from 1 to 5, 1 being the hardest or the least profitable, and 5 being the easiest or the most profitable. So without further ado, let's go ahead and run that intro and let's get started. What's going on, everyone? Mario here with AutoDS, and in today's video, like I said, I'm going to give you 5 different sources for passive income that you can set up to start making money while you sleep. If this is the type of content that you enjoy, if you like making money, if you like learning different ways to make money, then make sure you hit that subscribe button, because on this channel, we primarily cover dropshipping, but we also give you different options for you to be able to start making more money in a few different ways. On top of that, we give you some of the best tips and tricks to be able to help you get started. So if that's something that interests you, make sure to hit that subscribe button and ring that little bell notification so you don't miss out on any future videos. All right, so let's go ahead and get down to it, and let's start covering the 5 different sources for passive income that you can set up today. Now, to kick off this list, the first option we have is Merch by Amazon. Now, Merch by Amazon is pretty much print on demand, but through Amazon. Now, as we all know, print on demand is a highly profitable business that lets you be creative with all of your different products. So you can print on different things such as t-shirts, hoodies, blankets, cups, and more. Now, Merch by Amazon works a similar way, except instead of you just signing up, you actually have to be approved by Amazon first, because Amazon doesn't want just anybody selling on there. Now, if you are interested in applying for Merch by Amazon or checking out any of the other income sources that I'm going to be talking about in this video, then you can go ahead and check out our cheat sheet. On there, I'm going to have all of the different links to this and all of the information I'm going to be talking about. So that way it's easy for you to just quickly glance over and click on some quick links. Now, if you want access to that, all you have to do is go ahead and comment down below, hashtag passive income, and let me know which one of these different methods is your favorite. Once I see that you went ahead and commented, I'll reply back with a link to the cheat sheet. All right, now back to Merch by Amazon. So once you do apply, if you get rejected, which I actually have been rejected quite a few times, then you can simply just wait a specific time period. I think it's about a month, and then you can reapply. Now, one thing about Merch by Amazon is it's a bit time consuming. Since you are going to be doing print on demand, you have to come up with different designs, and on top of those different designs, you have to come up with different mockups to be able to upload. So creating that alone does start to take some time, and ultimately, depending on how many you have, can actually take quite a few hours. So that's why for the ease to start score, I'm going to be giving this one a 3 out of 5. It is pretty easy to start, but really, if you get denied, then you have to reapply. And again, making mockups and coming up with designs can take a bit. If you're not really interested in doing that kind of stuff, then it could be a drag, and ultimately you're going to end up not doing it. So that's why I'm giving Merch by Amazon a 3 out of 5 on the ease to start score. Now, what about the profitability? Well, it's print on demand and it's through Amazon, so you are going to have to pay different fees, and there is going to be a lot of competition, which means you're going to have to price your items fairly competitively. That, and you're also going to need a bunch of designs to offer. If you have 5 or 6 different designs, chances are you might not sell too many but once you start including maybe 20, 30, or 40 different designs, then you're going to have a higher chance of actually starting to make some sales. Now, because of that, once again, for the profitability score, I'm going to be giving it also a 3 out of 5, because honestly, you can make some good money on there, but it is going to take some time. And if you sell a small amount of products, then you're not going to be making too much. All right, up next at number 2, we have one that could potentially make you a lot of money, but it's also going to take a lot of money to get started. And what we're talking about in this is investing in dividend stocks. Now, I'm not talking about just investing in any regular stock that you're going to purchase and sell either that same day, like day trading, or sell it in a couple of weeks, like swing trading. I'm talking about stocks that you're going to invest in, and these stocks, because you're investing in them, are going to be sending you dividends, which means they're going to be sending you monthly checks that you're going to be able to ultimately cash out. Now, when it comes to dividend stocks, in order to get a high return in your dividends, you are going to have a pretty high startup capital. I'm not talking about a couple hundred. I'm not talking about a couple thousand. I'm talking maybe about a couple of tens of thousands of dollars. Now, I know that does seem like a lot of money, but ultimately, if you do have the kind of money to be able to invest, then you can get some pretty high returns. So you can start getting some pretty high checks each month. Now, the thing with investing in dividend stocks, or just investing in general, is that it can be pretty risky, especially if you don't know what you're doing. So you are going to have to do a lot of research into all of the different stocks that you want to invest in. Don't just pick any random one that you think looks good. Make sure that you have a stock that's proven. Do a lot of research, look into the company, and really think about it before you invest a large amount of money. Because remember, even though you put in, let's say $10,000, there's no guarantee that this stock is actually going to keep going and not crash. Of course, established companies such as Apple or Microsoft are going to keep going, but you never know. There's always a chance that they can go up and down. Maybe you might lose some money. Investing is pretty risky, and it's not for the faint of heart. So if you're willing to take the risk, then you can potentially make some pretty good money. But for the rest of us, that's not my thing. So that's why, as far as the ease to start score, I'm going to give it a 2 out of 5, because for one, you need a high startup capital, and 2, you need to do a lot of research, and 3, there's a lot of risk. But again, you also have a pretty high reward potential. Now, what about the profitability score? Honestly, that's going to vary. I can't give you a 1 or a 5 because it can be both. It can be a 1 if you invest in the wrong stocks, so you can lose all of your money, or it can be a 5 because you can invest in the right stocks, or you could potentially just get lucky and the stock that you choose could just rocket to the moon. Honestly, the stock market has been extremely unpredictable for the past few years. So this is something that you really have to look into and really assess if you're willing to take that risk or not. All right, number 3. In our third spot for passive income sources, we have dropshipping. Now, the cool thing about dropshipping is that you have a very low entry barrier. So pretty much anybody can get started in this. You can start either for free or you can start with less than $100. Dropshipping also has a really high profit potential. So you can find a best-selling product, you can advertise it the right way, and if it takes off, you can start making some pretty good money. Now, the best thing is that you can actually make this into a passive income source by using automation. Using a software like AutoDS can really make dropshipping a true passive income source. From importing your products to fulfilling customer orders and updating your customers with the tracking information, AutoDS can automate the entire thing so you can really be hands off. Now, once again, as I stated at the beginning of the video, you're not going to be fully hands off. Every once in a while, it is going to be good for you to come back to your store and look for some more winning products. Add some more products to your store because every once in a while, some products will be out of date and they'll stop trending. Now, as far as the ease to start score, I'm going to be giving it a 5 out of 5 because honestly, it truly is an extremely easy to start business. And on top of that, it's easy to maintain. It's easy to continue with it and it's easy to scale. The only thing is the fact that you really do need to put in some work, especially at the beginning, and especially if you want to make it a true source of passive income. Now, what about the profitability score? Now, as far as the profitability score, I'm going to give it a 5 out of 5 because really it's just all profit at that point, especially if instead of going with your own website, you go with a marketplace where you don't have to pay any upfront fees. So instead of going with Shopify where you have to pay a monthly plan, if you decide to start dropshipping on eBay, then you don't have to pay anything until your item actually sells. So really there is no risk involved, and anything you're going to be making after the initial cost of your product is going to be pure profit. Now, as a pro tip to help you get started, these are a few ways that you can find some best selling products. So for one, you can check out our channel at AutoDS and go to the Sell These Now playlist. On here, we have tons of different videos with some of the best products to dropship. These range from monthly product videos to niche-based videos. So you can find some videos that are going to talk about some of the best fitness products to dropship, as well as some of the best automotive products to dropship. So if you're stuck on what products to sell, check out our Sell These Now playlist because you can find some gold mines on there. Second off, we also have the AutoDS marketplace as well as the winning products hub. So after logging onto our AutoDS account, I'm just going to simply click on the winning products hub, and on here you can find tons of different items that are currently trending and have been proven to sell in the past. Not only that, but let's say if you click into one of them, like these shoes right here, you're going to get some extra insights. So you can get a profit analysis, so you can see how much you can potentially make. You have a Facebook ad that's currently advertising this particular product, and you have a target audience section that helps you target a particular audience on Facebook ads. Then on top of that, you also have the website link. So if you click this link right here, you can actually see a website that's currently selling this item. Another option that you have are seller recommendations. So let's say you're looking at a particular product on, let's say, AliExpress. Let's say we're looking at this infant toddler head back protector. If you scroll all the way down a little bit more, then you're going to see recommended from Happy Baby Care Store. So these products are being recommended by the seller. Now, these are being recommended because of the fact that they have either sold in the past, a few of them have sold now, or people that are currently viewing the particular item that you were looking at have clicked on some of these different products and made a purchase. So for the most part, people that look at this item or make a purchase from this item have been looking at these different items and potentially bundling that item with one of these. Next up on our fourth spot, we have selling digital products. Now, this is probably one of the easier things that you can start doing. You can sell digital products on just about any platform, but the most popular platforms that I've seen digital products being sold on are going to be Shopify and Etsy. Now, selling digital products is extremely low risk. You really have absolutely nothing to lose, and making digital products can be easy if that's something that you're into. So if you like graphic design, if you know how to make templates, if you know how to make things of that nature in a digital platform, then you can definitely start selling digital products. A few examples of digital products that you can sell can be images that people download to either print or color in themselves. You can also sell digital templates. So you can do something like a wedding book template where the customer fills in all the information, such as the bride and groom's name, the date, and all that important stuff. You can sell different types of images to print. So you can sell either regular images where somebody can print them and color them in, or you can sell things like a vector type image, which people actually use to create things like t-shirts. Any one of these digital products that I just mentioned are actually huge hot sellers on Etsy. So as far as the ease to start score on this, I'm going to give it a 5 out of 5 because once again, it's really easy to get started. It's easy to actually make the different types of designs, especially if that's something that you're into. And honestly, it's extremely low risk. You really don't have much to lose. Now, as far as the profitability score, there I am going to give it a 2 out of 5 because selling a few of these different products isn't the most profitable. While you do make a few extra bucks, so unless you have some really trending items, such as an image that's maybe sold 400 or 500 different times, then the profitability on this is going to be fairly low. For the most part, when it comes to these digital items, you are going to be selling them anywhere between $2 to $10 for the most part. Now, if you take those profits and you subtract the fees from, let's say, Etsy, then you can really start to see that selling 5 or 6 different ones isn't going to make you a lot of money. But again, if you have one that sells a bunch, or you have a bunch that sell a few times, then you can start making a couple bucks on it. That's why for the profitability score, I am going to be giving it, once again, a 2 out of 5. Now, last but not least is one that is actually my favorite. That's something that I've been thinking about doing. It's something that I've put in a lot of thought into, but at the same time, it's also something that can take a bit to get started. And I'm talking about creating a digital tool. Now, what do I mean by creating a digital tool? I mean either create a website or create an app that can solve a particular problem. One example of this is AutoDS. AutoDS solves the problem of having to do everything manually for your dropshipping store. So it solves it by automating the entire process. It'll solve the problem of you having to import all of your products manually, because if you're doing everything manually, you're going to copy over all of the images, you're going to copy over the title, you're going to rewrite the description, you have to add all the different variants. It takes all of that manual work and it automates it. So you really don't have to do anything except tell the software to do this. That in itself is a perfect example to creating a digital tool. Now, as far as the ease to start on this, I have to give it a 2 out of 5 because honestly, finding a problem can sometimes be easy, but for the most part, depending on the niche that you're in or the niche that you're trying to get into, finding a problem and actually solving it with a website or app can be pretty hard. And not to mention that if you don't know how to create an app or a website, you're gonna have to pay somebody to do it, which then is gonna become somewhat of an investment because let's face it, website designers and app builders aren't really cheap. They do cost some money, so it is going to take a little bit of time to get started, and it's also going to take a lot of testing. Now, as far as a profitability score, there I do have to give it a 5 out of 5 because software and apps can really make you a lot of money, because once that software or that app is built and up and running, all you have to do is maintenance on it every once in a while and give it a few updates, and everything else, all of the money you're making from that app or the service or the subscription that you're selling with it is for the most part going to be all profit. Of course, you have to subtract different fees, such as whatever monthly fees you have, or if you have to pay to have it hosted on a particular website. But aside from that, creating a digital tool or a software or an app, it can be very profitable. A lot of the times, the people that are going to be using these types of tools are going to be business owners. So if you can solve a business owner's problem, then you can really be looking at a lot of money. And because of that, the profitability score, again, is going to be a 5 out of 5. Now, let's say you do have an idea for an app or a website or a tool that can solve a particular problem, but you don't know how to execute it, you don't know how to create the website, or you don't know how to create the app, then take a look at Fiverr. On Fiverr, you can find tons of freelancers and you can compare different prices based on different experience levels. So once you're on there, just look around a bit. You can search up app developer or website designer and you can find exactly what you need. So let me know down in the comments below which one of these different passive income methods is your favorite and which one you actually want to try, or which one you've been thinking about trying. Also, on top of that, remember also to include the hashtag passive income if you want access to our cheat sheet with all of the information that I mentioned in this video. Huge thank you to everyone for watching. It really means a lot, especially if you made it all the way through to the end. Once again, my name is Mario with AutoDS. And if you enjoyed this video, if you enjoy this kind of content, make sure to leave a like and make sure to subscribe. Huge thank you to everyone once again for watching, and catch you all next time.